So this tutorial is for the Liquify filter, which can be a lot of fun. It gets used really extensively in photo editing for magazines to straighten out fat rolls, to make eyes bigger, lips bigger, noses smaller, and so on and so forth. But we're going to do this on a cat because it's going to look really funny when we're done, I promise. So to begin with, let's make a copy of the layer so that we always have our original to go back to, which is Command J, and then go up to the filter menu and choose Liquify, Command Shift X, and it'll open it. Now if you had just a little a marquee selection drawn around something, just that part would show up. But I didn't have any selection made, so the entire picture showed up. Let's start with this top tool. If you hover over it, it will tell you it's the forward warp tool. And you can see I've got a little X with a circle around it. That's the size of my brush, and I can change the size of my brush with the left and right bracket keys if I want to make it bigger or smaller. So I want to give this guy a smile just for kicks and giggles. So when you click and drag, oh, it's going to do really weird things to his whiskers. You can move things around a little bit. And depending on the size of your brush, it might be a little more subtle or a little less subtle if I wanted to move his ears in. Now you can see I'm hitting the edge of the picture here, but because this is just a demo, I'm not really going to worry about it. So I can move and shove things around. There we go. He's going to look really goofy by the time we're done. The way Liquify works is it applies a mesh, a grid mesh over everything, and then actually warps that mesh and takes the picture along with it. Instead of like the blur and smudge tools, those actually affect the pixels. This affects the mesh. So let's make this guy's eyes a lot bigger. Let's grab the bloat tool, which is this one here. And again, you can affect the size of your brush with the bracket keys. And I want to get this brush a little bigger than the eye that I want to affect. And we're going to make these big, like those really goofy greeting cards that you've probably seen at some point. And if you just click and hold down, it bloats it a lot. There, that's pretty silly looking. So let's try the other one, which is the pucker tool. And I'm going to make his nose really small. And if you click and hold, it shrinks in towards that center point until it's just an infinitesimal dot. So his nose is now really, really small. If I wanted to even make his mouth all small, I could make my brush quite a bit bigger and suck that in. There are some other tools in here. You can paint away areas that you don't want to affect. Reconstruct, I think, restores it to the way it was. So if you decide, no, I don't really want that, you can just click and drag and drag and drag over, and you can see it's completely restoring the mesh to that one spot. Let's see, push left tool. I've never really quite figured out when you would use this, but if you click and drag one way, it pushes everything over. And if you click and drag the other way, it goes the other direction if you're going up and down. Or if you go side to side, it pushes it the other way. So really, really goofy looking little thing. You can, when you've gotten to the point that you think you've caused enough damage, just click OK. And there it is. There was our original picture. There's the really goofy one. So this tool does have a lot of power. Like I said, it gets used extensively. Use it wisely and use it carefully, and have a lot of fun.